I thought that the serum was going to help me, but the pain, it's excruciating. Ah!
So I set out to make this guy as accurate to the comic book as well as maintaining the pizza spider mold.
Stupid.
It was my goal, it was my achievement to fit the 6 arms into the pizza spider mold. I absolutely hated, and I very rarely ever say that I hate anything, but I
hate you!
This thing right here, Hasbro, man, seriously, I don't know why you would produce a Happy Meal toy in this standard. But with that being said, as negative as this figure is, the arms were quite nice, and it allowed me to make this figure, which is the Pizza Spider mold with 6 arms with full articulation. So I forced a ball joint into here, and it does give it articulation. Now the articulation isn't the greatest. It's somewhat strange. It's kind of clunky, so I'm kind of forcing articulation in where there isn't articulation. And because of the sheer lack of room to allow these arms to move and work, it was incredibly difficult due to the fact that this area was so hollowed out, dude. We're talking like, this is like paper thin, and I forced the joints in there and allowed them to articulate with no pain.
Shut up, you're so annoying!
Now I matched the blue. This was a House of M Spider-Man, which is this one right here. I really do not like the Pizza Spider-Man mold. But with that said, now the hands are completely all interchangeable. You can use the Shang-Chi. You can interchange the hands with those. And you can also interchange the hands with the Pizza Spider mold. When I made this, which was probably about a year ago now,
Nope.
there wasn't the Superior Hulk mold. There wasn't the new Spider-Man mold. There wasn't much to choose from. There was just this. This was Spider-Man, and this was the alternative. And I really, really wanted a 6-arm done right. And like I said, I failed. This is my second attempt.
He was granted the Emperor's peace. And peace it was.
But I have got my third attempt. Let's go through the articulation officially. So you got the neck hinge, that is exactly the same as the Pizza Spider mold. We've got the butterfly joints that work correctly. Then you've got the articulation, which is a complete swivel. Some down and a lot back, but it is there. Some swivel, you have got it there. You got the arms that double jointed, and the wrist pegs. Then you've got the arms that come in pretty damn far, and then they push out really damn far. Look at that. And you can swivel them. But yeah, you can see that all the arms articulate. And I actually felt like a flesh wash through the arms, that it's got little freckles. I splattered brown ink onto it, well, brown wash, and it allows all these little marks in the flesh and allow the muscles to come out with the details. You've got the spider logo on the back, which was pretty easy to do, and again there was a lot more room due to the fact that I opened up the body a little bit more. Ooh, I just noticed that I didn't paint the web lines on the back. I will do that before I ship this out to the customer. So we've got the leg articulation, so it's still the same. So the widest stance is something like this. It's pretty damn far still. Then you've got massive leg articulation. You can get into the crazy poses. Then the double jointed knees, again, no change whatsoever. The ankles are still the same, and they're super stiff. Super stiff. I tried to keep all the joints as stiff as physically possible because I didn't want it to be messed with too much. So these are very stiff. So what I suggest when articulating it to the customer, that is hold the top of the shoulder and push in. That way you'll get absolute best articulation, and you don't want to force any of the articulation that doesn't want to move because it is very stiff. Tempted to do these hands and paint them flesh tone and add these spider braces, but again, this somewhat to me is a prototype. I can now perfect this exact character onto that mold, the new Spider-Man mold, and have it working perfectly fine and function.